day, or something I don't typically eat, 10 pounds of yeast every day. But I do love mushrooms, 286 cups of mushrooms. So that's unfortunately underscores that in our diet, we're lucky to get a couple of dozen micrograms a day, a couple of dozen micrograms a day of biotin. This product delivers 4,000 micrograms, 2,000 in a single capsule, 4,000 in 2 capsules. 1 capsule is more than enough. If you look at our original formula, 2 capsules was 500. So 1 capsule is giving you 4 times as much as the original formula 20 years ago. And it's a product that the reviews simply, I didn't have the chart that talks about all the different adjectives that are used. Things like beautiful is used over 1,000 times, and exceptional and great. Just as I was talking about with CoQ10, where we just scan the reviews and look at the words that are used to describe this product. But again, a product that, I mean, with a beauty cream or a beauty product, I think the best products are lucky to have reviews that are in the high 3s, because everything tends to be so individual. But we're going beyond just sort of the superficial, because the superficial is on the outside, which makes each of us different. On the inside, we are all the same. We all share the same biochemistry. Our skin might be different textures and colors. Our hair could be different textures and thickness or thinness, or all sorts of variation. We are a very diverse population, but the biochemistry on the inside is identical. So how our genetics deliver that appearance might be different, but how our body goes about manufacturing, identical. And that's why this product is about 90%, over 90% positive reviews, which is amazing for any beauty product.
So if you are trying to grow your nails out, if you want your hair to be longer, if you want actually what's neat about using, you know, when you think about what we do to our hair, if you use chemical treatments on your hair, use hot tools on our hair, your hair will be so much healthier when you take healthy hair, skin, and nails. And same with your nails. You want to grow your nails out, this is the best thing. People flip out when they see suddenly their nails grow. And you know what's interesting? When you stop taking it is when you really notice it. Then people notice, oh, my nails are breaking again. My hair is breaking. My hair isn't growing out the way it would. I notice things like I don't have as much hair in the drain when I take a shower. Like, you notice things like that. And for me, I've been trying to grow my hair out, so I actually only take 1 a day. I've upped it to 2 a day because I've been trying to grow it. People ask me if I wear a wig. People think that Andrew and I both wear wigs. Don't wear a wig, don't wear hair extensions. We just, you know, take healthy hair, skin, and nails, and it really does help.
I now understand why if you reach for my dog, Lincoln, he ducks. If you reach for his head, because a lot of times when people will see me out, happens.
They touch your hair?
They'll grab my hair.
That's awesome.
Because I guess for some reason on television, I don't know if it looks like it's a wig or something like that, but I don't color.
You have a lot of hair, and he does not color his hair.
I don't color my hair, no.
And he has very little gray.
I mean, this guy,
gray? You know, he's 80 years old, and he has no gray. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, I'm almost as old as you are.
Exactly. I'm 82, and I have no gray. Yes, so it's a miracle. But anyway, the point is, people do ask.
And you don't color your hair at all.
Exactly. This is completely natural. No, but you know what is interesting? I get these little baby bangs that grow in, and they grow in dark. Like they aren't growing in gray. I'm so excited. No, they're not even dark gray. They're growing in like chocolate brown. Look at these little hairs. They're dark.
That's good.
I know, it's fabulous.
And I
whatever.
In the reviews, the way everyone experiences this product will be different. But what it does do is whatever our potential is, it's not a magical hair regrowth product, or it's not going to take the years away instantly, but it allows our body, those manufacturing, we talked about this before, that we grow, probably if you combine it all, we could probably grow a strand of hair that's hundreds, if not 1,000 miles long. We grow hundreds of feet of nails. We grow another human being in skin over the course of our lifetime. We are manufacturing enormous quantities of hair, skin, and nails. If we want those to look their best, we best take care of the factory. And the factory requires the nutrients in this capsule. It's as simple as that. We don't get them from our diet. And the reason why it works is because we don't get it adequately from our diet, and this capsule delivers it.
There we go. Simple. And I'll show you one more time the choices. Try it. You will love it. Remember, if you want to give a great gift to someone for a Christmas gift, people, my family, they love getting vitamins. I know what everybody's favorites are. This makes a fabulous, fabulous gift. 50, 100, 250, or 500. Remember, we have anniversary pricing for, it's its 22nd anniversary visit, so you are saving really excellent savings across the board here. But for $79.90 plus the 2 larger sizes are on FlexPay, try it. Get it home and give it a try. If you have a second, go to hsn.com, read a few of those reviews. It really is very encouraging. These are people who are taking the time, they buy a product, hoping that it works, right? We all do that. You buy a beauty product, we hope against hope that we're gonna see some results, and sometimes we do, sometimes we don't, right? I mean, let's be honest, not all beauty products work for all people. This product, people get so excited when they actually see a difference in their hair and their skin and their nails, they take a minute to go to hsn.com and leave these wonderful reviews. And that's why over 4,300 perfect reviews on this product. So it doesn't matter your age. Men love this too. So this is not just, Carlos takes this. My husband still has, you know, he's a little older than me and he still has tons of hair. So Carlos loves it. Andrew takes it. So it's not just for the girls, it's for the guys too.
Oh no, I wouldn't dream of going a day without the product. I mean,
Right.
I'm someone who, it's kind of talking about CoQ10, that it takes a few seconds to get all of the benefits from that product. It takes a few seconds for me to get all the benefits because I'm someone who, people laugh that they'll see me on air here with hair that I've forgotten to brush. And I'm sort of kind of like wash and wear. I'm not too attentive to those sorts of things.
Don't you still have your same person cutting your hair from high school?
Well, Linda, she was, but now actually because a friend of mine, because
Okay.
I was traveling and I wasn't in, because I would go back to Los Angeles for Linda to cut my hair.
Oh, okay.
So,
oh my goodness.
So, and that was, and so I'd get my hair cut another thing, I'd get my hair cut 2 or 3 times a year.
Right.
So I
thought for a minute you were bringing the mullet back.
I did.
I really did think he was going to do it.
Oh, well, my hair's long now. Are you not saying that now?
Oh, in fact, check this out. Here you are. What year is this, may we ask?
That's from QVC.
That's fantastic.
That is from 1991.
Wow.
1991, QVC.
Wow, that's absolutely amazing.
I don't look that different. I
You
don't
really
think.
don't.
That's almost 30. That's almost
You
30
have
years
not
ago.
aged at all.
That's about 30 years ago. Wow.
That's
frightening.
incredible.
That's 30 years ago. That's half a lifetime ago. That's incredible. That's funny.
I was
Where did
shocked.
they get that?
You told me that yesterday, that Andrew's been doing this longer than me. And I feel like I've been here since the dinosaurs roamed the earth. And you've been doing it longer than I have.
Since before the dinosaurs roamed the earth, in fact, yes. No, so I've been doing this for 28 years.
Wow.
January 1st will be 28 years.
Right, we got to go, Steve.
Okay, let's go over
But can
there.
I ask you something, though? Didn't it go fast? See, people ask me when I say, they know I've been here 24 years, and I say, honestly, I can't believe it's been 24 years.
Well, a friend of mine just posted something because he lost a dear friend of his, and the response I had was, we need to cherish the time we have here. It should all be treated as very precious.
You're right,
because it goes incredibly, incredibly quickly, and we don't, you know, I just don't think some of the trivial things we might get caught up in or waste our time doing. I think in our latter days while we spend here, the last thing we'll look back saying, gosh, I should have really worried about that thing. I think we get caught up a little too much, and what we need to do is devote as much as we can in terms of energy to preserve our good health, our quality of life, and our relationship with those around us we love, because the research says in terms of health, in terms of longevity, obviously it's very important for us to have an active lifestyle, to eat healthy foods, say a Mediterranean diet, but more than anything, we really need to preserve and protect those important relationships we have.
You're right.
Because those rich, important relationships, that is a tonic for life. That is the way to ensure we have the best life, with close friendships, close relationships, our family members, our friends. That's the thing that really benefits us in terms of our health and the richness of our life.
Right. You know, taking better care of yourself, it's not just something you're doing for you. You really are doing it for the people you love.
Yep.
Right? And you want to be here for your loved
Absolutely.
ones and your friends and your family. And so it's a
I've-
gift you give them by giving yourself better health.
When someone leaves us, they leave us behind.
Yeah.
Their pain, their suffering might be over, and it's we're the ones dealing with the loss. So what I often say, sometimes the nicest thing we do for the ones we love is take great care of ourselves.
Absolutely.
So they don't have to contend with that.
All right, let's talk about taking great care of ourselves with
We got a
vitamin.
little morbid there, but that's okay.
But it's okay, because you know
Positively.
what? I mean, the truth is, I like that we talk about that, because this is a show that is all about really, you know, doing something good. You know, I always say that I love jewelry, I love makeup, I love clothes, all of that. But really, I think the most important thing we sell, certainly for me, the most important thing that I buy from HSN are your products. I really think that, because without our health, nothing else matters, really. And that's why next up, we're gonna learn about another product. This is vitamin K2 MK7. You may or may not be taking this one yet. It's a quick presentation, but this is another really exciting product.
It's another one of those products like CoQ10, glucosamine. Glucosamine I introduced 39 years ago, CoQ10 34 years ago. Vitamin K2 MK7, probably originally we're looking at it 7 or 8 years ago. I think I introduced it about 5 or 6 years ago. But vitamin K2, no real relationship directly with vitamin K1. Vitamin K1, actually the K in K1 comes from the German word for coagulation. It begins with a K in German, and because it relates to blood coagulation. And folks who might be taking clotting medications and things like that, they'll know about that because they have to watch their vitamin K1 intake. But vitamin K2 MK7 plays a very different role. And whether you supplement calcium or not, if you do supplement calcium, which most of us should, or simply if you get calcium in your diet, that's essential to the health of our body, health of our bones. Vitamin K2 MK7 is the vitamin that ensures that calcium goes where it's supposed to go and doesn't go where it shouldn't go. Calcification is a process we do not want to occur in other tissues of our body. We don't want it to occur in our arteries. We don't want it to occur in our joints. We want our bones to maintain their calcium in terms of strong, healthy, resilient bone tissue, but we don't want calcium to be infiltrating other tissues. And vitamin K2 MK7 pretty much plays the role of, I say, it's almost like the traffic cop, a traffic officer, where it makes sure calcium goes where it's supposed to go and doesn't go where it's not supposed to go. And vitamin K2 MK7, one of the most important ingredients I make. I encourage you to go online and read the research about vitamin K2 MK7. It's something I've been talking about for 5 or 6 years. The latest research on vitamin K2 MK7 talks about arterial resiliency, arterial flexibility, and if there's something that's a marker of being healthy and youthful, it's having flexible arteries. And vitamin K2 MK7 in recent research, just in a study that lasted, I think, a couple of months, it was observed that it contributed to increased flexibility of our arterial walls.
How interesting. I should point out, we don't have a lot of any of these. We're probably into the hundreds on each choice. You can do a 30, a 60, a 180, or a 360. Everything's anniversary price for you. If you want to stock up, get the 360. I believe it's one a day.
It's normally a very expensive product, so it's a little over 20 cents a capsule, 1 capsule daily. Our original product was 50 micrograms. The 100 micrograms is a better value, and I think that's the appropriate level we want to be at, 100 micrograms. You could take 200 if your doctor might recommend it. You do not need to take more than 200.
Okay, excellent. So if you'd like to try it, I know we have to scoot over because we have glucosamine on deck. So we're going to head over. Thank you for the calls on the vitamin K2 MK7.
And actually, you can see on this chart here just how different vitamin K1, in terms of these 2 molecular charts here, just how different the vitamin K1, which relates to coagulation, and vitamin K2 are. What's similar about them is the head of the molecule. The tail of the molecule, the carbon chain, is very different, with double bonds found in a much longer chain on vitamin K2 MK7, which is why it's called MK7.
All righty.
Oh, sorry.
Next up, that's okay.
I lag behind here. I'll get some more steps in.
I like that little side skip. That was kind of like...
Just doing my little soft shoe, yes.
That was very good. I like that. All right.
Need a hat and cane next.
Do you dance?
Well, we're not going to be doing it here. Just as I said, no singing and dancing here.
Come on.
I'll do that in the privacy of my own home, yes. What do they say? Dance like no one's watching? That wouldn't be now.
Yeah, okay. People are watching.
Yes, people are watching, hopefully, yes.
All right, well, we're going to go and talk next about glucosamine and chondroitin. This is the most affordable way to buy glucosamine and chondroitin if you have joint issues. And you know if you do. It's interesting, a woman on my Facebook was just asking, does Andrew Lessman manufacture something for joints? Yes, he does, and it's right here, glucosamine and chondroitin.
39 years.
Yes, 39
We've been doing
years.
glucosamine and chondroitin before anyone even contemplated glucosamine and chondroitin. I remember back in those days, I was doing seminars for doctors, and I had to explain to them what glucosamine and chondroitin were, because it was not something that anyone was familiar with. Mucopolysaccharides, these glycosaminoglycans, that's the class of molecules these represent. And these are actually building blocks of joint tissue. So they're not drugs or medicines that work on joint tissue. These are, just as we were talking about before, calcium is a component of our bone, a vital component. Glucosamine and chondroitin are vital components of the structural tissue, the unique structural tissue that define our joints.
So we have a 60, a 120, a 240, or a 480 cap size here. So you can really stock up on a large one if you'd like to. The savings are huge. You're actually saving more than you're spending. If you go for the 480, you're at $99.90. Same here, you're saving as much as you're spending if you go with the 240, the 120, and the 60. As you can see, the larger the size, the bigger the savings, of course. Free shipping and handling on every one of Andrew Lessman's products, and this is an anniversary price, good for the 22nd anniversary visit. And remember, we have a little thing at the bottom of the screen here reminding you that the return policy is being extended till the end of January because we have come into holiday gift giving season. A lot of people start thinking about getting a head start on their holiday shopping. So if that is you, note that there is that extended return policy that makes this great. But the bottom line is, if you have joint issues, and you know if you do, you know, some issues we don't know, like some things, you know, like for example, if your liver, something, you know, our livers don't, you don't get a liver ache, but you get joint aches.
Oh, well, I often talk about that our liver, when we talk about our phosphatidylcholine, that our liver doesn't talk to us.
Right.
Rest assured, it's constantly working and working hard.
Right.
You know, we go up a flight of stairs, we know our heart is working, our lungs are working. You drink 3 vodkas, you don't feel your liver working.
Right.
But in terms of our joints, we're simply aware with our joints of the passage of time, that our joints function differently as we get older. I was saying the other day that one of the more exciting things for me is the summer is where I do my really hard outdoor activity, when I run mountain trails, everything uphill. I try to go do as much vertical as I can, going up to say 14,000 feet. That's what I love to do. And usually at the summer, my joints feel a bit taxed. This summer, knock on wood, touch wood, everything feels great. And for me, the 2 products I rely on, because I depend on my joints to work very hard for me, and I'm not as young as I used to be, the 2 products I rely on are the glucosamine chondroitin, which I've been taking for about 40 years or so. I've been making it for 39 years, and our marine collagen peptides. Marine collagen peptides. Turmeric is great to soothe our joints as well. But those are really the 3 products that approach our joints. The collagen matrix that the glucosamine and chondroitin are integrated in, and of course turmeric playing its soothing role. So those are the 3 ingredients if you want to do the optimum natural support affordably for your joints. Those are the 3 key ingredients.
There we go. Try it. You will love it. And it doesn't matter what joints are bugging you. It might be your knees, might be your hips, could be your back, your neck, your fingers, your elbow, your shoulders. I mean, you think of all the joints, this really does go to work, and it makes a huge difference.
And the key is the proper form. We deliver it in the proper form that follows the research. And again, as I said before, glucosamine and chondroitin aren't drugs. As much as my industry might attempt to position glucosamine and chondroitin and collagen or turmeric, they'll try to position turmeric like it's an anti-inflammatory drug. These are not drugs or medicines. These are, in particular, glucosamine and chondroitin, they're structural molecules. It would be like positioning calcium like it's a drug or medicine for osteoporosis. We know it's not a drug or medicine for osteoporosis, but we know in terms of osteoporosis and osteopenia, calcium is something that we want to help deposit in our bone to have healthy bone tissue. So again, not a drug or a medicine, but just a natural component that our body relies on to maintain these tissues.
There we go. And I'm like Andrew, I've been taking this product since you brought it to us.
22 years.
22 years, and it makes a world of difference. I would love to invite anybody, and this also would make a fabulous gift. If you know anybody that has joint issues, what a wonderful gift. Remember, we've extended the return policy with gift giving in mind. So this is the gift of just a better quality of life. Because if your joints are bugging you, and you know if they are, because our joints let us know in no uncertain terms when they are unhappy, and there is nothing worse. So for me, my main joint issue is my back. I injured myself when I was younger. When I was in high school, I was a springboard diver, and I injured my back really badly. And I've been going to chiropractors all these years. I still chiropractor. I still go once a month for adjustments, but my back overall is in very good shape considering where it could be if I weren't doing the maintenance and taking good care.
And most of us have our kind of friends we've brought with us, the things we've done over the course of our lifetime. And again, this is not a drug or a medicine, but it's just a recognition that we've done certain things that require our special attention to give our body what it needs so our body can do its best to take care of us. That's
there we go.
What it is.
Okay, I know we have to wrap this up. Thank you so much. We have a monthly special.
Just quickly.
Okay, because
we're
this is...
I'm going to try to do some testimonials on the Today Special, which I haven't been reading, because the Today Special, this is it. Or in a few moments, we're going to be the last few minutes on the Today Special.
Last time.
Yep.
So this is our monthly special. This is Choco Nuvo. There is more to this than meets the eye. Because first of all, it's just the most delicious chocolate. If you love chocolate, don't think of this as diet chocolate. Don't even think of it as necessarily like healthy chocolate. It's yummy, delicious, satisfying chocolate. But the health benefits are incredible in this chocolate. It actually helps to lower your total and LDL cholesterol. All you choose is how much chocolate you want, 66%, 74%, or 91%. It's like milk chocolate, then you have the middle one, which is my favorite, and then the dark, dark chocolate, which is also delicious. Frankly, they're all delicious. You cannot miss with this. But the best part is that it's low in calorie, it's low in sugar, low in carbs. It's, it's perfect.
It's the perfect chocolate.
Right? It's no wheat, there's no dairy.
It's organic, it's fair trade, and you can find gourmet chocolate for squares that are going to be over $1 a square. This today, what is it? It's somewhere around 50 cents a square. So it's affordable. And in that 50 cents a square, remember, you're getting the equivalent of a capsule of Cholesterol. But this is a special version of Cholesterol. Plant sterols and plant sterol esters are biochemically equivalent to one another. So the powdered capsules of my Cholesterol, this is the biochemical equivalent of it. It's a phytosterol ester. But
it looks like butter.
It looks exactly like butter. But what's great about this, when you mix it with chocolate, because chocolate, the cocoa bean, naturally has naturally occurring fat in it. It's a bean, it's a seed. Those fats blend perfectly. That's why milk chocolate is so creamy. The milk fat from milk chocolate makes milk chocolate so creamy. The phytosterol esters behave exactly like milk fat. That's the wonderful accidental invention that we have here, that we did, is the combination of the phytosterol esters, the plant sterol esters, with the chocolate. And it's something that I never dreamed. I thought our chocolate would be good with the phytosterol esters. I didn't think it would be better than any chocolate I'd ever tried. And what I did first of all is I went through hundreds, if not probably thousands of varieties of chocolate from around the world, from Africa, from Asia, from South and Central America. I was seeking a dark chocolate that delivered the health benefits we want in terms of chocolate, but not a bitter chocolate. So a rich dark chocolate, but not bitter, because that's what we Americans tend to like. We like that chocolatey flavor. We don't like the bitter bite. So I found chocolate that came from South and Central America, and the 66% means it's a 66% extract of the cocoa bean. 74% is a 74% extract of the cocoa bean. The 91% is basically pure cocoa bean, 91%. The 91% has less than half a gram of sugar. That's basically a 1/10 of a teaspoon of sugar, pretty much.
Amazing.
So it's delivering.
It has less sugar than fruit. He was showing us last night, less sugar than, even less sugar than vegetables.
Well, and that's again,
it's 26 calories,
because
it's nothing.
we started we started with chocolate that's not bitter. And because the plant sterol esters make it milder, we don't need to add as much sugar. So if you just look at this chart here, and this is the most common question we're asked, we all are watching our sugar. Something I've always watched is my sugar levels. I think if all we did was lower our intake of sugar and sort of simple those complex carbs that are too obtainable, potatoes, pasta, say bread, refined grains and
all
things.
All the white stuff.
Yeah, we would be so much healthier. Eat things that look like they do in nature. And but if we look at this is basically an extract of the cocoa bean. So in the Choco Nuvo 66%, it's 1.8 grams of sugar. In the 74%, it's a little under 1.4 grams of sugar. In the 91%, it's a little under half a gram, which we could technically label as 0. But if you look at other fruits, and this is 26 calories. So 26 calories of grapes is 6.5 grams of sugar. 26 calories of kiwi is 4 grams. 26 calories of apple, say, is 5.2 grams. And this is where it gets really fascinating. So 26 calories of tomatoes is 3.8 grams of sugar.
Isn't that incredible?
26 calories of cucumber, 2.8 grams of sugar.
You wouldn't even think that has any sugar in it.
26 calories of cauliflower, 2 grams of sugar.
Who would know?
So it just shows what we've accomplished here. The best part of all, you will swear, and even if you don't like dark chocolate, I'm more of a milk chocolate guy, but I love the 74. I really love the 74. I even love the 91 because it doesn't have that dry, sandy, gritty, dark chocolate texture. It has a creamy texture like milk chocolate, even the 91. But that's why this goes away from April until October, and we're only going to start shipping probably on Monday. We've waited because the summer was so warm. Our chocolate is so creamy, it will melt. So we don't want to deliver you melted chocolate. Even though it's still fine to eat, we don't want the chocolate to melt. So we waited a little bit, but it is the most delicious, the creamiest dark chocolate, and it's the only chocolate in the world that can lower your total LDL cholesterol and help to reduce your risk of heart disease.
There we go. I know we have
amazing.
to wrap it up because we have another final look at the Today's Special. In case you're just stopping in, again, Sunday night, people are, just getting in from a busy Sunday. You might be watching other things, and I'm glad you're stopping by because we do want to share with you about our Today's Special. You know what I want to ask you real quickly? Has anybody else thought of this yet or copied you on this? Because this was your brainchild.
Well, someone tried to copy us, but they deliver far less of the cholesterol-lowering ingredient.
Okay.
They don't do it correctly because they use plant sterols, which are dry and powdered, and it's about 100 calories.
Right. It's amazing that you came up with that chocolate. I'm telling you, it is the greatest find. Please do not hang up if you're ordering it. You will be so glad you did. But we do definitely want to talk about the star of the day because we're down the final home stretch, the final few minutes of the day, and this is your last look at our Today's Special. It's Coenzyme Q10 that we only do in this way, with this formula, one time a year, and we have the final presentation right now, final look. So with over 47,000 already spoken for, this is your chance to get the world's absolute finest coenzyme Q10. We say that because when you see the formula, when you see the quality, the integrity, the efficacy of these products, you will understand why people get excited and why we all wait for this day. Because a lot of us, if you are already a fan of Andrew Lessman, I know you probably take his CoQ10. And we wait for this day because it is unequivocally the best value. In the formula today, you're getting free vitamin D3. You can get it without, that's one of the options, but you can do 1,000 IU of vitamin D3, you can do 2,000 IU of vitamin D3. That's at no charge. If you order the 600 cap size, that is equivalent to $108. $108 worth of vitamin D3 in that formula. That's a separate product that you'd be spending well over $100 for. That's why when you look at the price here, it's like getting the CoQ for $61. 600 capsules for $61 if you do the math. Because at $169.90, again, I'll just show you what I'm talking about here. At $169.90, just the CoQ by itself, without the vitamin D3, is $399.95. The vitamin D3 is another $108. Total price would be $507. So that's what makes this absolutely remarkable today, is that for another $61, we are sending you a $400 product in essence when you start breaking it down. Because as you can see, if purchased separately, if you were buying separate vitamin D and the CoQ, here's what you would be spending. You can see the savings is massive, $338.92 if you're ordering the 600 count. I hope we have all the sizes here, over 47,000. This would be completely sold out. We're very lucky that Andrew is the manufacturer. Any other product we sell on HSN, if it sells out, it sells out. We can't call somebody, but Andrew's the guy, he's the manufacturer, and he can call his factory and say, we're gonna need a few extra, 1,000 extra.
I don't think there's anyone else on television literally does that.
I don't think so.
Back in Nevada, they're watching the show, and they will immediately start producing capsules or bottling capsules to the extent we have the materials to do it. That's always our limiting factor. And then we'll be shipping those products to HSN within the next few days. So it's not as though you're going to have to wait a month or something to get your product, because we will literally produce those products and typically ship it to HSN no later than, say, next Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday.
Amazing, because you figure, like you go into a health food store, a grocery store, you don't know how long that stuff has been sitting around. You really don't. You don't know how long that's been sitting on the shelf. This is brand spanking new.
As I've said, and I'm not kidding, you could probably go back in my emails, and if you looked at emails from 60 days ago, I hadn't fully determined what the Today Special was going to be.
Wow.
Because I like to do something special. We might change sizing, we might change the formula, as we did here, adding the vitamin D. So everything we do for Today Special is always fresh and brand new. We are never clearing out inventory. It is always a product that didn't exist 60 days before.
Right.
At all. It's usually, that's when we're discussing it 60 days before. So in most people's world, they would have had to define this and started producing it 6 months to a year ago. But I like to be current in terms of the science, in terms of the research, and be very responsive to what feedback we're getting in terms of what product is appropriate.
That's it. So we would love to encourage you to try it. As you've heard me say, we've extended that return policy. That is for your benefit, whether you're buying gifts, if you're trying this for yourself. The return policy has been extended till the end of January. So we start there. This is the most important product Andrew brings us. If you're going to buy one product from Andrew Lessman, this is the one to buy, bar none. The health benefits are amazing. You'll learn a little bit about it. You've taught us so many things. This visit in particular, there's even more research. There's even more than ever before about the importance of taking coenzyme Q10.
We've gotten great feedback on the charts, and it's exciting, whether the charts I've talked about, and these are things we never talked about before, CoQ10 and the benefits in terms of protecting our skin, CoQ10 and the benefits to our vision, CoQ10 and the benefits to our hearing, that just as CoQ10 is highly concentrated in the retina, it's highly concentrated in the cochlea. And just as the retina is what's responsible for translating the visual, the radiation, the visual signals into an image in our brain, the cochlea is responsible for taking those sonic vibrations, those sound waves, and turning them into something, an acoustic image in our brain. And CoQ10 is necessary both for the bioenergetics, as they call it, the energetics of those tissues, but also to protect those tissues. And mind you, they're not protecting it over the course of a day. They're protecting it, in most cases, we're living close to a century. And CoQ10 is critical for the production of all the energy that allows those organs to do what they do for us. But also, those organs have two jobs. Not only to do what they're supposed to be doing for us, but those organs are also repairing and maintaining themselves while they're busy working for us. So just as the liver and the brain and the heart must work all the time to do whatever they're doing for us at that moment, whether it's going to do, in the case of the liver, all this chemical work to process all the chemical waste products in our body, and also dealing with lipid metabolism, protein metabolism. So we have our liver doing that. Our brain, even when we're sleeping, we're dreaming, our brain has to also reconstitute itself, rewire itself. So the energy required to do the work that's called life, but also to repair those organs and systems so that we could continue living, so we don't constantly fall behind. That is the job, that central job of CoQ10. And that's why, to me, it's a frightening scientific fact when we learn that CoQ10 levels, once we leave our second decade, once we're in our 20s, CoQ10 levels steadily decline. And by the time we reach the age of 70 or 80, they're about half of what they were. And that's not something that warms my heart. So it's something that I make sure, and especially that's a good analogy to use, because in terms of our heart contains the highest levels by far of CoQ10. And our heart is a central organ, not just because it's responsible for circulating blood throughout our body, but when we look at the energetics in all our cells, it's responsible for providing the nutrients and the oxygen necessary to do the oxidative work that CoQ10 transfers the electrons to give us energy. So it's all connected. But the story as we get older is a challenged story. And the question is whether we answer that challenge, whether we answer that call. And with CoQ10, it's simple, and I used to have to apologize for how expensive it is, or how expensive it was. Now I basically have to apologize and explain why it's so inexpensive. We didn't compromise it. It's just the market has changed, and CoQ10 has gone from being the most expensive ingredient I have to being among the most affordable.
It's exciting. It really is, because we all benefit. And I do want to point out, we are in the final few minutes of this presentation. More than 48,000 have been spoken for. If you're trying to decide which one, we are down into the hundreds on everything now. For example, the large 600 cap in the 1,000 IU of the vitamin D, we're down to only 600 bottles. I know that sounds like a lot. It's not. I mean, we are definitely coming down the home stretch here with over 48,000 ordered. So if you are thinking about trying it for the first time, I should have Steve check to see if he can tell me how many new customers have joined us today. We've had a lot of brand new customers stop in and try this for the first time. Thank you. We appreciate that you took the time to spend with us, to let us share a little information about this incredible product, and I'm really looking forward to your feedback, because you're hearing everybody else's reviews. I mean, not everybody, but thousands and thousands of people take the time to leave reviews. How many, Steve? Over 1,100 new customers have joined us on just this item. That is so exciting.
Well, and that says two things. First of all, that's exciting that 1,100 folks have tried it. What's really exciting is that the majority of the orders, well over 90% of the orders, are
existing
reorders.
Customers, yes.
And as we were saying before, healthy hair, skin, and nails, coenzyme Q10, circulation vein support, these are the most popular reorder products. These are products that are among the most popular products at HSN every month, even when I'm not here. And I think that's a testament, because certainly when I'm here, I get excited. I try to be objective. I try to speak about the science, but I get excited, and sometimes excitement can be contagious. Of course, with this product, you have a 4-month money-back guarantee right now, but the fact that when I'm not here, even more of these will get ordered, that's a testament to the product, because the only reason you reorder something is because it worked, because it delivered on the promise that I'm making here to you today. And of course, it's a no-risk promise, because if you don't love it, you send it back, and not a 30-day money-back guarantee, but a guarantee that goes all the way to January 31st.
Exactly. So again, if you'd like to get one for somebody extra in your life, this is the time to get those orders in, because in an hour and 25 minutes, this entire offer will be expiring. We do this once a year. So that's why a lot of us get the big one, because if you're going to, actually, if you take one a day, this will last you almost 2 years. This has a 3-year shelf life. So you can get the big one, and then you have a 2-year supply coming to you. If you share it with somebody in the family, then 2 people can take this for almost a year. So that's what's nice about the largest size, if that's what you're going for.
And the way we package it, it's stable. You don't have to worry, it's stable for 3 years. And again, I feel like it's strange that I have to apologize for it being so affordable. There's another ingredient on the market called ubiquinol. And there are products on the market, they say you have to take it with bioperine, this black pepper extract. I'm not a fan of bioperine. I evaluated it for turmeric, I evaluated for CoQ10, but bioperine can affect and influence the way drugs are metabolized, just as it can affect the way this is absorbed. So it's something that I dismissed immediately because I didn't like its mechanism of action. All you need to ensure that CoQ10 is freely available is a little bit of fat. So you take this ultrafine powder with a fatty meal, you simply take it with your omega-3s. That's all you need to do to ensure that you get the greatest benefits with the smallest investment. And simply, I even look at ubiquinol, that other form, that's 5, 6, 7 times more expensive. That exists only because when CoQ10 became so affordable, as as you're seeing here today, they responded with a product that had to be more expensive. They didn't want to lose that revenue. I was happy, I hate to say it, happy to lose that revenue because it meant you got a product that I didn't have to continue apologizing for how expensive it was. CoQ10, this level would have cost a few dollars a day. Now it costs a little bit more than $1/4 a day. I don't need to apologize for its expense, so you save money, you could invest it in something else you want, or if you want to invest it in dietary supplements, you could get omega-3s, and you could get, with the money you save on what CoQ10 used to be, you could buy a half a dozen other products today.
If you go back 12 years ago, just 12 years ago, this is 2000 to 2006 here at HSN. If we're comparing apples to apples, if you were buying the exact same product back then, 12 years ago, check it out. You would be looking at $1,552. That's how much more expensive CoQ10 was back then. At $169, look at what you'd be saving. They're over $1,382 savings. Again, if we are taking the clock back to that's what, 2000 to 2006, just to give you an idea. And that's what is so exciting. And then on top of that, Andrew put free vitamin D3. I don't have to buy vitamin D3 anymore. Don't buy it anymore. Why? Because it's in here. He put it in here for us. So the vitamin D3 in the 600, that's over $100. That by itself is a $108 item. If you were buying 600 caps of vitamin D3, that is what you would spend. The vitamin B12, if you were buying 600 caps of vitamin B12, that is a full B complex, by the way. So it's B12, full B complex, $108 there. And then the vitamin C is another almost $75. So you get $291 worth of extra essential vitamins and nutrients. That is not even including the CoQ10 200 milligram. So hello, at $169.90, you couldn't buy this. Right? I mean, you couldn't buy this. It's like getting the CoQ for free.
But that's why I used to say CoQ10 was arguably the single most important ingredient I deliver. But then when I combine it with B12, full B complex, vitamin C, and vitamin D3, this has become not just arguably the most important product I make, it is. Because most folks will make that argument for vitamin D, or they might make it for vitamin B12, whatever their opinion on the science might be, or even vitamin C, or certainly CoQ10. So you get all of them. So it clearly is the single most important capsule of mine that I make that you could swallow. And
that says a lot.
Well,
it really does.
Because we make several dozen products, so it is a powerful statement. But I was going to read some science, because we get a lot of questions about how drugs inhibit cholesterol synthesis. And it's not just statin drugs, it's also antidepressants, it's also high blood pressure medications, certain medications that affect blood sugar level. It can affect the way our liver manages and manufactures coenzyme Q10. But just from a few charts here, Medical Science Monitor, statin drugs, inhibit cholesterol synthesis and the biosynthesis of coenzyme Q10. So your body's ability to make CoQ10 is also reduced, since CoQ10 is an intermediate in the mevalonate pathway.
Interesting.
So they both share that mevalonate pathway. You reduce cholesterol, not my Cholesterol doesn't do it, but statin drugs do. Statins were shown to reduce serum plasma levels of CoQ10 by 16 to 54%.
Jeez.
That's an enormous amount. And CoQ10 supplementation was reported to increase the levels of CoQ10 in plasma. It has been shown that the endogenous synthesis, the internal synthesis of CoQ10, is inhibited by cholesterol-lowering drugs. I have about 50 charts that say the same thing, which inhibit mevalonate biosynthesis, and supplementation has therefore been suggested for some of their users. I would recommend you talk to your doctor. It's something that everyone who's taking a statin and those other medications I was talking about, antidepressants, antihypertensives like beta blockers, things like that, you should talk to your doctor.
Great.
American Journal of Cardiovascular Drugs, statins lead to dose-dependent reductions in CoQ10, meaning the more you take, the more it reduces your cholesterol, the more it reduces your CoQ10. A key mitochondrial antioxidant and electron transport carrier, that's where we make our energy. Dose-dependent reductions in CoQ10 can reduce cell energy, that's our energy, promote oxidation, that's not a good thing, promote apoptosis, which is cell death, and unmask silent mitochondrial defects. Not good things. British Journal of Clinical Pharmacology. People taking statins who describe lack of pep or energy may really lack energy because of a deficiency of ubiquinone.
Interesting.
CoQ10.
Right.
British Journal of Clinical Pharmacology. More common is a feeling of lack of energy in people taking these drugs. Since statins block mevalonate synthesis, they lower levels of ubiquinone, CoQ10, an essential compound for mitochondrial energy production, as well as lowering cholesterol. Thus, these people may truly lack energy. They truly lack CoQ10. So we could apply that same discussion to many other medications, many other drugs that affect our liver, that affect the cells in our body. So again, CoQ10 is as simple, it's not a drug, it's not a medicine, it's a straightforward response to things that are affecting our body in a fashion that, as the science shows, lowers our CoQ10 levels, which then lowers our ability to produce energy, which lowers the capacity of our key organs to function optimally, to function at their very best. So it's just common sense. It's a simple capsule. It delivers the CoQ10 you need.
There we go. And if you're just stopping in, I know I say this often, but Sunday night in particular is an evening when a lot of people are busy on Sundays and they just have a chance to sit down in front of the television. You might be watching football or watching other things and you're channel surfing by. So I want to be sure that you knew that not only is this the best value of the day, this is the best value of the year on coenzyme Q10. This will not be back at a value like this until October of 2019. So this is your last, final chance. We have the final few minutes on this. It is unequivocally the greatest value we offer on this product. Period, bar none. And it's the only day of the year, one day a year, we offer it with the vitamin D3 in the formula, which is really special because that is an essential product that we all need to be supplementing. Why? Because the vast majority of Americans are deficient in vitamin D3. So if you are not supplementing vitamin D3, if you have your blood test by your doctor, there's a very good chance they're checking your vitamin D3 levels. It's important to do that, and this is the easiest way, and it's free. I think that was really exciting that Andrew decided for free to put vitamin D3 in that formula. How did you think to do that? Did you just want to be sure we're all getting our vitamin D3? Well, it's one way to be sure we get it, is to put it in one of our favorite products.
Well, because this is our most popular Today special, and because I view vitamin D3 as being so important, I didn't want to force everyone to take vitamin D3, so that's why I made 3 options, which is kind of complicated. So we have really 15 different formulas here. We have 5 sizes. We have without extra vitamin D, with 1,000 IU vitamin D and 2,000 IU vitamin D. But I wanted to make it easy, and I wanted to make it free for everyone to get a nutrient that has been referred to as part of a pandemic, not an epidemic, but a pandemic. And it's not like we have to take 10,000 IU of vitamin D3. If we simply get 1,000, 2,000, I take 4,000 daily. That gets me right to where I need to be. But again, you just take the level that's right for you. And 1,000 IU is better than nothing. So you just take the level that's right. Consider the fact that you might be getting 400 or 1,000 in your multivitamin. So you could do the math there and calculate the right levels. And again, B12 and B complex, it's here because CoQ10, as much as folks will call it a miracle nutrient in terms of energy and protection of our cells, it can't do its energetic work if you don't have the full complement of complementary nutrients, of related nutrients to its work. So in order to ensure that CoQ10, as important as it is, and I said this earlier, kind of the more important our job is, the more we have people around us to help us do that job. And CoQ10 is indeed as important as it gets in terms of cellular energy production. It has associates. It needs help. We deliver all of those associates in this product. I had some great charts, some of which I didn't read, and this just is sort of the straightforward effect of CoQ10. This is from current neurovascular research, because I didn't grab the charts that talk about mood and brain function. There is evidence that mitochondrial dysfunction and oxidative stress are directly related to fatigue in humans. Thus, enhancement of mitochondrial functions with coenzyme Q10 may be an important mechanism by which fatigue can be reduced.
Excellent.
Medical Science Monitor. CoQ10 is critical for the cell power supply in mitochondria. That's what in all our cells makes all our energy. Neurons require high energy for synaptic transmission, and therefore the mitochondrial neurons, nerve cells, and the mitochondrial dysfunction often leads to neuronal degeneration, as observed in many neurological issues from molecular neurobiology. Administration of CoQ10 has positive mood-enhancing effects. CoQ10 treatment significantly reduces fatigue and improves ergonomic, that's our ability to do work, performance during exercise, and thus may have potential in alleviating the exercise intolerance and exhaustion displayed by people with fatigue-related symptoms. And that's not speaking about athletes, that's just us going through life and doing the work we need to do. This is from Biochimica and Biofisica Acta. It's I think Italian. I speak Italian with a French accent. Low levels of CoQ10 were consistently associated with fatigue. CoQ10 was the most studied mitochondrial enzyme where reduced plasma levels of CoQ10 were found in the fatigued populations compared to healthy controls. Clinical nutrition, because CoQ10 increases cellular ATP production via mitochondrial oxidative phosphorylation, that's how it does its work, its supplementation could help improve fatigue and other symptoms in frequent and persistent fatigue. And then CoQ10 levels, in terms of our body, I went through a number of studies that talked about that with age, there is no escaping reduction of CoQ10 with age. If you're not supplementing, you're not getting it from your diet.
Right.
Typical diet delivers a few milligrams. This delivers 200. If you just took 1 capsule a week, you're probably tripling your levels of CoQ10 for that week.
Amazing.
Because we probably get about 30 milligrams a week from our diet. So not tripling, 600% more if you just took 1 capsule a week. So age, stress, poor diet, exercise, smoking, fatigue, illness, diabetes, liver, heart disease, alcohol consumption, cholesterol-lowering statin meds, even medications, osteoporosis medications, bisphosphonates, antidepressants, high blood pressure medications, and other drugs lower CoQ10 levels. And again, many of these things we're taking for heart health.
Right.
So we take them for heart health, yet they conspire to lower CoQ10 that is in the highest concentrations of the heart because the energetics of the heart are critical to the heart doing its work. It's constantly doing its work for us. High levels in our skeletal muscles as well, so all the work we do, it's no wonder when CoQ10 levels go down, fatigue can ensue because fatigue is a lack of energy, and CoQ10 is essential for all cellular energy production.
Yep, and look at the little clicker. We are closing in on close to 50,000 already spoken
and
for.
Please be patient.
Yes.
We are so
We
busy
appreciate
now.
your patience. If you could log on to hsn.com, there will be no wait there. If you can use our express ordering, there will be no wait. If you are waiting to speak with a representative, we will get somebody with you very shortly. We see you there. We will definitely have somebody with you momentarily, so we appreciate your patience there. I don't want anybody to miss this. This is your last chance. It's the final. We have 10 minutes left in this presentation. This is not coming back for a full year in this formula with the free vitamin D3 in the formula, full B complex in the formula, vitamin C in the formula. It literally reads like a mini multivitamin. When you get it home, you will see for yourself. It really is a remarkable product. The most important product Andrew Lessman brings to HSN. If you're going to swallow 1 capsule a day, this could very well be the single most important thing to supplement for you, for someone you love. So easy to swallow, will not upset your stomach. If you've ever had a bad experience with a vitamin, we promise you these are an absolute pleasure to take. They don't repeat on you. Any negative experience you've ever had with vitamin taking, Andrew has addressed that in the way he manufactures these. It's not a rock hard tablet that sits in your stomach.
Nope.
These are these fine, wonderful, easy to swallow, easy to absorb, easy to digest. I mean, that's what's nice about it, is that anybody that's ever had a bad, I hated taking vitamins.
So did I.
Really did. I did not. That's why you started manufacturing vitamins.
Typical vitamins made me sick to my stomach.
Yeah, me too.
I would literally be at the track, because I ran at the track doing a workout, and it wasn't the workout that had me bent over in a corner, it was the vitamin tablets I took before the workout. So I started making products and capsules for myself in an ultra-fine powder that were easy to digest, easy to absorb, added no additives at all, 100% pure. So you don't have to worry. All of my products, even it's a common question with Choco Nuvo, of course, that all of my products are gluten-free, all of my products are hypoallergenic, so you don't have to worry. We take all of the bad issues you had, the problems you've had, we make them go away. This is just designed to give you the beneficial ingredients you seek, and not just CoQ10, because as great as it is, on its own, it can't deliver as well as it can when it has the help it needs, when it has the additional nutrients we deliver here. Notwithstanding how complex and comprehensive this formula is, it's still pennies a day. This is an ingredient that used to cost for 200 milligrams a few dollars a day.
Yeah.
Now, with the vitamin C and the B complex and the B12 and the vitamin D3 at whatever level you choose, it's in the large size, I think it's 27 or 28 cents. So it's a little more than a quarter a day. And if you even took just every other day, you're still getting high levels of CoQ10 that will make a difference in terms of CoQ10, vitamin D, B complex, all of those things.
And one thing I would love to mention, if you have time, if you have a minute to go to hsn.com, it would really be interesting, I think, for you to read the reviews. You hear us singing the praises of this product. We love it. Andrew manufactures it. I believe in it. I've been taking this product for 22 years, so it definitely delivers. 22 years ago, it was not this affordable. 22 years ago, it was not the comprehensive formula it is today. This is a remarkable product and a remarkable value, again, with over 50,000 already spoken for. But if you do have a minute, out of a perfect 5-star rating, the average review on this product is 4.7. Do you know how hard it is to get a 4.7 average when you have 3,800 reviews? I mean, think about that. It's really hard. The more reviews that come in, the harder it is to keep that average up there. So to have a 4.7 out of a perfect 5-star review with 3,800 reviews, of that, by the way, almost 3,600 of those reviews are excellent.
Are
Out
4
of
and 5-star reviews. So
exactly.
all but 200 reviews are 4 and 5-star reviews.
That's right.
Well over 3,000 are 5, another few hundred are 4. So it's, and I say, as much as I love to sing the praises of this product, and I haven't done any reviews, haven't read any reviews. I should just grab some and read them quickly. As much as I love to read the science.
You've had more research than ever before.
Oh, well,
we've learned more. Today, I mean, we learned about health of our skin. We learned about eyes. We learned about gums.
Hearing, we learned about our ears.
Amazing.
So just because so much more science has come in, and what excites me is we notice it, that the response when we talk about the science is even better than when we talk about the reviews. So I love to talk about the science. I think, you know, we sort of think everybody wants to hear about the reviews, but I think the science, the way I try to boil it down, anyone could understand it. The science on this ingredient isn't that complex that you need to have a biochemical degree to understand it. It's quite straightforward. The energy we experience in our body, and every cell in our body has to produce energy. Our cells in our body can't delegate that process to a neighbor. At our homes, we get to rely on a power plant to deliver us energy. Our body can't do that. Every single cell must produce its own energy. Every single cell has mitochondria, little power plants in it that produce energy. Every single one of those mitochondria must have CoQ10, or it's not transporting the electrons. It can't be alive. It can't produce energy. So it's not as though our body can delegate to a neighbor the role of producing energy. It's interesting that every single one of our trillions of cells has to do it on their own, which just is even more frightening when you consider that CoQ10 levels absolutely become compromised with age. And we now all, it's normal for us to all be living pretty much toward the better side of a century. And I want to be sure that I'm doing it as well as possible, living as youthfully as possible, which means with adequate energy. That's what defines
youth.
a healthy brain, a brain that's not fatigued, that's not slow, that's not tired, a heart that can respond to the needs of activity and exercise, that can get oxygen, nutrients to our muscles to do the work. And our muscles have the ability to produce the energy to do that work. That's what defines our youth. And aging
it's quality of life, isn't
aging
it?
is a conspiracy. And aging is a conspiracy that we could either be part of that conspiracy, just throw up our hands and say there's nothing we can do, or it's our body. It's where we live or we do something about it. Simple capsule. I used to have to apologize because of its expense. Now I more have to apologize and explain why it's so affordable.
Right, and why you're giving us free vitamin D.
Because it's so important.
It is. It's so great. We're so excited so many of you are ordering. By the way, we are getting so limited across the board here. We have Jenny. She's our little busy bee over there. She's trying to make sure that we keep enough quantities in the size that you're looking for. If you are waiting to speak with a representative, hold on. We see you there. We'll get somebody with you shortly. If you can
make sure we have enough for everyone. We have capsules in Henderson, Nevada, so we'll be able to, you'll get brand new fresh product. We'll be able to satisfy everyone's orders. We just have never been this busy.
Right.
Ever. I mean,
Yeah, it's crazy.
it's kind of
It's
crazy
exciting.
right now. So
It's so good.
So we'll make sure you have an hour, because I think it's available to midnight or something like that.
Yes.
So you'll have plenty of time to order at hsn.com or to call in. But please be patient. It's just been
Yes.
a little bit of an onslaught here.
It's been great. It's a wonderful thing that you do for yourself, and it's just like Andrew was talking about. It really is all about quality of life. You know, we all hope to be blessed with the gift of years, but the truth is, if you don't feel great, and energy is all about feeling great. My little granddaughter has been spending the weekend with us. She's adorable. She's 8 months old, and she is all over the place. So as much fun as it is to have her, you know, she slept over Friday, Saturday. We brought her home tonight. But the point that I'm making is I really need energy to look after her.
Yeah.
I mean, she's all over. She's in her little scooter. She's all over the house. And so I feel really happy that I can be taking care of a baby all day. She's getting up, you know, I'm goofy hours at night. And I come into work and I feel terrific. I kind of take my CoQ before I come into work because I know it's going to give me that extra vitality and burst of energy. But the point that I want to make is that's the gift. That's the gift, is doing something for yourself that helps you enjoy your life and have the energy to enjoy your life.
And that's what it's, I always say, it's not the benefit itself that CoQ10 delivers. It's really the benefits that flow from that. And I think we appreciate it when we have it. And what's great, you have a 3+ month money-back guarantee till the end of January. Just going to read one chart quickly before we run away.
Okay, we have 1 minute.
The body must replace 500 milligrams of CoQ10 that's lost each day. This is what's important. Animal organs, even if we eat tons of meat and fish every day, the most we're going to be consuming is 3 to 6 milligrams daily. So our body can't make up that almost 500 milligram shortfall every day, really, unless we supplement once we get past the age of 30. So it's really an opportunity to experience a difference that most of us don't think is even available. So money back guarantee. If you don't love it, you could send it back. So.
All right, Andrew is back next weekend. Next Saturday, 11 p.m. Eastern Time, we kick off another exciting weekend with you and another Today's Special. So we'll look forward to that. Have a good week, everybody. I'll see you Thursday night at 9 p.m. on The List. But I hope you'll stay right there because Marlo's standing by. She has Adrian joining her. I know they have a great show planned.